Hey guys, Ramblin Bob here again. My wife really fell in love with these Candelier candle lanterns by UCO, the UCO ones. I don't know how to say it. I believe it's UCO or UCO out of Seattle, Washington. And I kind of did too. I mean that's 5,000 BTUs per candelier is man, that's impressive for little candles like that, and to do it safely inside a glass and a metal container where you don't have to worry about them, spilling everywhere like traditional candles or dripping down, goofy like that and starting all kinds of headaches. So I'm going to show you how I got the price of my candelier candles down to 25 cents because she sent me on a mission because she really wanted to burn a lot. And you know what? These guys are not cheap. So, all right, I went on a mission. I ended up at the Dollar Tree. And at the Dollar Tree, they got these bad boys here. It's a big old, almost like a Christmas candle. There's a lot of wax in there, right? Look how tall that is. See the difference? That's huge. So you melt these down, okay? And you take, I call them bullets, these little bullet things here. And what you do is you tape them up. So after you tape them up, they kind of look like this, right? And that holds all of the candle wax inside there, okay? And then after that, you tape the top because you want to make sure that the stuff does not come out the top. That's a huge thing because if it drifts off the top, you don't have a good product, and your candle is going to go all over the place. Okay, so after you're done with that, you basically have a exact shape of the candle you need. Very simple, right? So let's pretend that's completely covered. This is covered, and now what you do is that's this one, okay? And you take this thing. All it is wax paper. Simple. I figure wax with wax paper. Okay, that'll work. So what this does is when you roll it up kind of like that and you put it inside there, what that does is it takes the shape of that tunnel, that little candle area there. And then you just kind of spread it out like that a little bit. And then as soon as you have your candle wax melted, right, there's a thing called a double boil. You can look it up on the internet. I don't want to show you. I don't have enough room on my table, I guess. So it'd be tough for me to show you. But it's called a double boil, and what you do is you put that inside boiling water inside another kettle. So it's like two kettles, boiling water, and then it makes that all melt equally. And then you just basically pour it in there. But these are kind of dangerous when they sit there like that. So I made a little cardboard box out of something I didn't need anymore. So you just put it like that. You put the little tube in there. See how it sits in there? Then you pour the melted wax in there. That takes the mold. Now don't worry about the wick. I'll show you a trick later. Okay. Now you can take this whole box. I can make 3 at a time. I just started this. This is just an idea. Once I get an idea, I kind of run with it a little bit and see how far I can push it. So you fill up 3 of these, those little candle things. I call them bullets. Fill up 3 little bullets, and then you can put it right in the freezer. And you put it in the freezer for probably a good, maybe an hour or two. Make sure it's really, really tight and hard, so that way you can have a good solid candle. Okay, so now the end result is once you get the candle out, right? Because you put the wax paper in there. Now the wax paper is a big thing because once you have the wax paper in there around the candle like this on the inside, what happens is when you push this out, the wax paper, as I'll show you here, the wax paper protects it from sticking to the side, right, like that. So that way you can get that out of there a lot easier because the wax paper lets it slide. Then, simple, real easy to do. You take the wax paper and you peel it off like that. And then you have a little candle. But now here's the big difference. This one's already done. You can see obviously they burn the same as the regular UCO candles, right? But here's the big difference, and this is a huge difference. This one cost me $2. $2. Very nice candles, good company. This one, that's kind of funny looking, but you know what? That cost me 25 cents. So you could either burn 3 UCO candles in there for almost $6, right? Depending on how many you buy in bulk or not. Or this method cost me 75 cents for all 3. Now, I don't know how long they'll last. I'm assuming I got 5 hours out of one already, but I'm still waiting. It's still burning. And it looks like there's, a very good chunk of that left. So other than it's funny looking, I guess it gives a little bit more color to it. As you can see, they burn the same. So then you just take this off. And if you have spare one of these, I'm going to see if I can get some spare ones from that UCO company. Maybe like 9 of them. And then I can make 9 of these at a time, Figure 9 times 25 cents, that's $2.25 worth of wax, right? That's nothing. 9 of these would have cost me 18 bucks for these little guys here. But now, remember I didn't tell you how to do the wick. So the simple thing is, you get one of these. Simple drill bit. Any company, any name, doesn't matter. And you hold it on top of the candle, like this. And then you just spin it with your fingers. And you'll see that it's just wax. It'll go right down through the middle. Now what that'll do is you want to get a certain size drill bit. The drill bit is important to this because this is your wick. This is a birthday candle. I think it's like a 50 pack for $1.25. Nothing, just little birthday candle. And then what you do is that hole that you made with this drill bit, right? You put that and you squish it right down inside there. Now, as you can see, it doesn't go all the way down, but I'm going to try to find longer ones, and I'm sure they're out there. I've seen longer ones before, but they're little birthday candles. They can't cost much, especially at the dollar store. Everything's cheap there. So you squish that down in the hole you made with that drill bit until it's flush right against the top like that. So you just have a little bit of wick sticking out, right? And then you have this. You put it on the spring. Oops. That's the part that I'm not used to yet. That sucker flies when that goes, huh? All right, so you put it on the little spring. You put it up in there. You push it down. You lock it. And then you light it. Now, like I said, these costed me 75 cents. That's it. 75 whole pennies. So once you got all 3 in there, like that, then of course you would take this off. I just leave that on there because I'm gonna make more because I don't want to pay that much for these. I paid 40 bucks for a small box of these. And then you take your lid here and you slide it right down there, like always, and you just give it a twist. And look at that. I think that's a pretty neat idea. Just as good as the original ones, I think. Not done testing it yet, but it's just a theory. Well, I hope this turned out good for you guys as far as an educational kind of thing, or just to kind of get the ball twisted in your head there and get that hamster rolling, and you can come up with ideas for yourself. But I'd rather not pay $2 a piece for these little guys, even though it's a great product. Or you could buy those little wicks, with the little bases, and then squish it in there and melt it, and you can have it like that. But I think this is easier and faster. And then you don't have to mess. Like I saw people online, and they would put the little string in there, and then put the little thing. But nah, that's too much headache for me. I drilled a hole. I'm a lazy guy, so I took that drill bit, drilled a hole, stuck that down the middle, called it a day. And then you just let them sit. So when you need them, you got a UCO lantern or UCO or however you say it. I love them though. And then you go camping. Guys, I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this Ramblin Bob Reviews.